Hi, besties. Welcome back to another episode of Chaotic Relatable Videos. If you're new here, hi there. You're officially welcome to the Bestie Squad. If you're old here, hi there. You know how we roll it. And of course, of course, you know what we're going to talk about because the title says it. But because you're also lazy, come here. I got you. You heard that? I said, I got you. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about what really helped me, the lessons and the tools that I use that really helped me. And of course, probably going to be used in different ways, but okay. This is what really helped me. It might be something that really helped you, but this is what really helped me. And I'm going to share it to you. It might be something you are open to try it out and tell me what it is. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the lessons and the tools that I use to really help myself come back strong and this confident and bold. Of course, you can see it. Anyways, the first thing I'm going to talk about is prayers. Okay, prayers. I don't know what else will come. To be honest, prayers is not really the first thing I'm going to be talking about, but prayers is something like it's not first on the list or on the list, but the point is prayers counts before everything. Okay, prayers is the first thing I'm going to talk about, and we all know prayer is the answer to everything. Okay, prayer is the answer to everything. So I'm someone that I like to pray. Everybody likes to pray, but like it's just like sometimes you pray and sometimes you just feel like you're just lukewarm. Like you're praying, you're not praying, you don't even know where you belong spiritually, you don't know. But like I've also been someone that like if I really want something, I just pray. That's the only thing I ask for because I will do my humanly effort to do it or to get it done, but the rest cannot be done unless you give it to God. Yes, some things like that. So when I want something, I just like do what I can do and give the rest in prayer. So literally, of course, if you've watched all the episode after this episode, you probably know what we are talking about, but it's about me related to finding a purpose attached to my YouTube channel. Of course, I try to pray a couple of times to just see if I can get a discernment, like if I can get like God coming down from heaven to talk to me that like Sally, this is what your YouTube is going to be about. That was the kind of prayers I was desperately waiting or praying for and hoping to get an answer for. But guess what? It came, but it came in a different way that I didn't really think that it was something that I had to look for or it was an answered prayer. You get what I mean? But I was in a mood that like I was in a point that I just wanted God to come down and say, this is what it is going to be like. And it didn't happen that way. It's like people that actually really spoke to me, people that actually like talk to me or like maybe give me reviews or tell me like this is what you're good at. You get what to extend that like I doubt myself. You get what I mean? So when I got to a point that like I have self doubts, I have like failure of like I was afraid of like failure and all those kind of things we spoke about in the previous videos or episodes, I just went back to prayers. I was like, God, this is what I really want to do. Just help me find the purpose attached to it and I can go ahead and do it. And guess what? I'm not saying that he actually came down from heaven to tell me that this is it, but I found I find a lot of comfort in different ways and different kind of like topics excited. Like you get what I mean? Like we know that prayers are being answered in different ways. Some comes in dreams, some comes in like maybe discernment, like vision, kind of like maybe someone talking to you. But to see God coming down from heaven to tell you that this is it, it's not gonna work. But like so I sat down and I look out and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are really some of the answered prayers that I was hoping to get physically from God, but it didn't really happen. But yeah, so I also made it a point that like I'm not only praying for this, but I just praying that anytime I'm going to shoot a video, I just pray and I hope that like God give me the wisdom. You get what? Like the knowledge to be able to make the video attach someone who is probably hoping to get something revealed or like get something that will be inspired or motivated. So yeah, I said prayer really helps. And the lessons I get is that like sometimes you don't wait, or like you don't just pray and wait till the prayer is answered. You pray and you put your humanly effort to as well whilst you're praying alongside so that you can get both of them answered. I don't know how best to explain this, but yeah. And the second thing is I listen to podcasts. Okay, the second thing is podcasts, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's podcasts. I like to listen to podcasts that are inspiring, that are talking about success, like from grass to grace, like people's success story, intellectual, like finances, like something that is very, very, very entertaining, at the same time inspiring, at the same time motivating, at the same time like lifting, soul lifting, especially that would just like you just watch the podcast and you'd be like, I'm gonna start making YouTube. You just watch the podcast and be like, I'm gonna start working to save, do this, that. You get what I mean? Those are the podcasts that really help me. And the point is, people really have a lot of like different paths to their destiny. So basically, what I take out of the podcast is something that is really attached to me, or that is related to me, or that is something that I feel like I can do it. I don't just like listen to the podcast and start from doing whatever they did to be successful. I just listen to them to get inspiration, to get the intellectual knowledge that they have, and maybe some of few things that probably fall into my space, and then I'll pick it up. But not everything. You get what I mean? But yeah, so podcast is the other thing. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is journaling. Journaling. So like let's get this straight. To-do list is different from journaling, okay? And people journal in a lot of ways. People journal their whole day, their whole month, their whole like their whole life. You get what I mean? People journal 247. But what I really do is that like I journal the most important days in my life, or something that really happened that I just feel so inspired, or something really that happened that I just want to remember it. I journal it. And moreover, I used to journal about like what I want. You get what I mean? But I realized that it wasn't really helping, because it's just like wishes upon wishes that are full of my journal. But now I journal about inspiration. I journal about my day. I journal about my entire like it's my journal is all about reflection. You get what I mean? My progress, my downgrade, the lesson learned, like all those kind of things. And it really helped me because like when I read most of my journal back in the months and years, I realized that like I'm living in most of my prayers or answered prayers. I journal most about me saying that I want to be consistent in like YouTube. I want to be in a space that I'm safe to make YouTube. And well, it's really helping. And sometimes too, when I want to make a video and I pick up something and I'll be like, okay, let me journal, and I put it in the note that like, okay, this is what I'm gonna add to my YouTube video or channel that will make or improve my quality or kind of something like that. So you get what I mean? It's not really it really helped me because like it helped me to also like pour some of my frustrations inside my journal instead of coming out to sit in the camera and it would just be so obvious that there's something wrong with you. So journal is kind of like talking. It's like talking to my book. So when I'm frustrated and I still have to shoot a video, or when I'm going through something and I still have to come and sit here and make a video, I just journal, which is like I just talk to my book, like release all the stress and frustration so that I can have a pretty face like this to come back here and make YouTube videos. So yeah, that's pretty much one thing that really helped. And the other thing that I'm going to talk about is affirmation. I don't know how you guys do it, but like what I do is that when I wake up in the morning, I just say some positive words. That is what affirmation. But there are different types of affirmation. Okay, what kind of affirmation are you going to be talking about? But me, basically, what I wake up early in the morning and I tell myself is that Stella, you're a YouTuber. You're a YouTuber, and your YouTube channel is changing lives. And I don't know if I am, but I know I am. I'm not doubting it, but I know I am. So I just wake up one day or every morning, even if I don't sit, like some people go to the mirror and sit, talk to themselves, positively vibe. But I just wake up and I look at myself, Charlotte, you're a YouTuber and your YouTube is changing people's life. And that just kind of like inspires me and makes me feel so big and my head is always big. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's just something the feeling is always different. And that has kept me going for a while now. And I really learned that, like, sometimes you just have to talk to yourself softly and talk to yourself slowly and calmly and just say good things about yourself, which are always going to happen because you talking to yourself with good vibe instead of like talking to yourself positively is changing your mentality. You get what I mean? So me waking up to tell myself that, like, oh, I'm a YouTuber and my YouTube is changing life, it's just kind of like an inspiration to myself and a motivation to myself that, like, I should do better. I should let people find my YouTube is something that inspire them. You get what I mean? So it kind of motivates me in a different way. I don't know how, but yeah, it does. So yeah, these are some of the things that really helped me during my breakdown. And I hope it helps you. It might not be related to me being a content creator on my reflection. It can also apply to your, like, your life, your daily life. Especially the affirmation, basically speaking positive words to yourself, telling yourself who you are, how you are where you are capable of doing things, everything is possible. Those kind of things, like, just say them to yourself because come on, if you don't tell yourself this, who is going to say that to you? And the journal too, I don't know about you guys, but like, journaling is really helpful. Sometimes you don't really know who is listening to you, and nobody have time for your frustration because everybody's having problems. So you picking your book to journal or picking your note to journal is kind of helpful because you don't really need to talk some things. And some things to some things people say is take it to the grave. There are things that actually frustrate you. If you can't forget about it, then you can just journal it and put it there. If something you don't really want to share with anybody yet, but it's still disturbing you, you can put it in your book and then just let it out with your word. It's basically kind of like pouring or like ranting to your friends or your family members or your mom or your dad, kind of like that. Yeah, so basically, and the prayers too is key. Honestly, is key. I don't know how to explain it. My mom used to tell me that when you're going to use the toilet, pray. When you're going to eat, pray. When you're going to sleep, pray. Like everything you're going to do, just pray. But it's literally working. I don't know how to explain it. This is not about the prayer episode, but like everything that you're planning to do, if you're planning to make a YouTube channel, you're trying to find your niche, you're trying to find the purpose attached to your YouTube or your content creation, pray. God will answer you. But the point is, don't expect God to come down and answer you or speak to you directly from it. It's gonna come in different ways. It's gonna come in a dream. It's gonna come in vision. It's gonna come from someone. Basically, it's called literally answering your prayers or talking to you because it's not possible for God to come down and tell you that. So like make YouTube videos related to this. You get what I mean? So yeah. Also pray for God to, like pray to God so that you can understand the ways he speaks to you. Kind of. Yeah. And the podcast too. I don't know, but I'll probably link most of the stuff that I used or like the links, show you some of the links when I'm editing this video or some of the like the podcasts that really help and some of the journal tools that help or affirmation apps that really help me if it is something you guys are open to trying. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is kind of short and I like it. And yeah, this brings us to the end of the lessons that I really learned and tools that I use in this episode. Yeah, but I really want to know what is one habit, whether it's a tool or a habit that really helped you, that you've learned so much from it and changed you, and how long it has changed you. I want to know. Put it in the comment section. I'll be reading, and I will see you guys in my next episode. Okay, thank you guys for watching. If you have also watched up to this point and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Tell me. No, you tell me. You tell me. You've watched all the episodes and you've watched this episode to the end. He's still not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Anyways, the point is that I'm trying to reach a goal, which I'm not gonna tell you the goal what it is, but I'm probably gonna sit down after all this blah 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 episodes of these chaotic relatable videos, journey that I'm trying to pour out my frustration to you people. If I'm done, I'll sit down and give you guys my live updates. That's been a while, and you guys deserve it because you guys are my besties, and give you a live update and then probably tell you, maybe, but I will tell you definitely. And I will tell you what my target is, but I'm trying to get a target. I'm trying to reach a target or a goal, a small goal. So subscribe and then when that episode come out, you probably know what it is. But yeah, that much I say again. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. So much. Bye.